During Kamala Harris's interview with Dana Bash on CNN, there was one part that really ticked me off. And I got a feeling it's not going to be a problem for a lot of the Kamala supporters, white Kamala supporters or black Kamala supporters. But I have a problem with it, and I'm going to call it out. Remember this?
I want to ask you about your opponent, Donald Trump.
Okay.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any?
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
All right, folks, I got a big problem with this. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her expression. Look at Tim Walz like he's passing a kidney stone. Look at this.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today
Okay.
is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Look at this.
Sir, I'm asking you a question,
No,
a
you
very
have to
direct
define
question.
it. Define it for me, if you
I
would.
just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So, I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly, very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think,
that
I think
she is
somebody should look into that too when you ask continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
I'm a black American. I'm a foundationally black man. B1. Black American. My family's from America. We are American through and through. We are black through and through. My family goes back probably 10 generations from the South, like most black people are. Okay. My mom, she moved to New York. My dad, his family, DC. My dad, his people originally from the Carolinas. I say all that to say we are black, bliggity, black, black, black. I got a black wife. I drive a black car. We got black kids. We live in a black house on a black street. Okay? People been saying that Kamala Harris is the same black that I am. If Kamala is so black, why she didn't say, hey, hold on a second. Screw Trump. What is he talking about? How dare he? This is BS. I'm a black woman. Look at me. America, I'm a black woman. This is what it is. I don't want to hear this trifling stuff no more. This is how I roll. Instead, it's ha ha, hee hee, ooh, nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about here. You think if somebody asked if I was black or someone questioned if I was flip-flopping between different ethnicities, you think I would be laughing? Or what do you think my response would be? I would tell you what my response would be hell nah, I'm a black man, and I would run down a list of everything I just said before, because I stand on that. See, what's been happening here is a bunch of people gaslighting, trying to make us be compelled to vote for somebody who we see no reason to vote for them, and they've been trying to leverage our blackness to her benefit.
An insult a black woman in that manner.
I'm getting sick and tired of you.
I'm a roaster and all of that. I know all of that background, but I also know when he's confronted and being held accountable by black women, time and time again, he is shown to be someone who is uncomfortable in that situation. And I think he's complaining more because it's Kamala Harris, a black woman.
It ain't valid to bring up a blackness or an Indian heritage and to try to point to things of that nature. That's nonsense.
That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just.
Age 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
I'm a biracial person, right? I have a black father and a white mother. And the KKK is going to find me and round me up with every other black person. And so I think this is my lived experience and it's her lived experience. And I think to question someone's racial identity.
Especially Negroes who's out here trying to take the blackness away from Kamala Harris.
She's a black woman. She went to Oakland. She's from Oakland. She went to an HBCU. She's an AKA. She had a boyfriend named Willie. And she got a name, first name that's hard for everybody to pronounce. It sounds different than it's spelled. That's black enough for me.
If Kamala was this person who so identifies as black, why wouldn't she say it? Yeah, I understand she's biracial. I get that. She's got different ethnicities. But if she is Black American and that's how she should be referenced, why didn't she say it? Why keep it vague? That's Kamala. That's Kamala over here. Next question. Meanwhile, there's been a feud going on online. There's been a lot of hateful rhetoric, a lot of painful comments, a lot of mean-spirited things. Some people very feelings hurt, a lot of friendships probably ended, all types of stuff over her Indian, Jamaican ass. And I find it insulting. After all this, she had to know. All the dust up, all the noise, all the confusion, all the arguments, all the beef, everything. Just for her when she's on the world stage, the whole world watching. This is not just a regular interview, man. She's running to be the president of the United States. She hasn't given an interview since being picked the nominee, since Joe Biden dropped out. Okay? And she's sitting there. This is a special. This is not just an interview. This is everything right now. This was that day. It's like that day stopped news-wise for this moment, for this interview. And Dana Bash offers you the opportunity to clear it up. She didn't even have to say, hey, I'm black, bliggity, black, Tim, black. She could have said, I'm a Black American who's also Indian American. She didn't say nothing. She said, I'm above this. I'm colorless. I'm above the conversation. This is disgusting that we're even talking about it. This is childish for us to talk about our ethnicity. You know, I never hear Jewish folks act that way, or Asian folks. Or Latino folks. Get it twisted. Make a Dominican or Puerto Rican and see what they say to your ass. Black people have every right to be just as proud of themselves and ethnicity as anybody else. We have a right to be proud of who we are, where we come from. Okay? When the media wants to use our blackness to help Kamala, they do that all day. But when she has obviously dropped the ball on this insulted all of us with this trivializing of the whole conversation. Meanwhile, she got the foot soldiers on every damn platform, from D.L. Hughley to Uncle Luke to Plies to Steve Harvey to Ricky Smiley and everybody in between, caping for her. And don't act like she didn't know. Don't act like her team doesn't know that's been a conversation. Look, I believe the game plan, they told her to say this, if it came up, to rise above it and don't entertain it. Meanwhile, they know all the carnage that's left behind. It's like a horrible driver on the road who's caused all these accidents. I forget the comedian, but I see so many accidents on the road in my rearview mirror. Kamala Harris, in this argument about blackness and who's black and what's black and all this shit, there has been carnage left in the road behind her. And what does she do? Shimmies above it, floats above it like it's nothing. Being black in America is not something any of us can shimmy away from. Do I look like I get to shimmy away from the conversation? Do I shimmy away from who I am? Do you shimmy away from who you are? Are you capable of shimmying away from it? And that's the exact point of it. When it's time to lean into blackness, when she wants to call Trump racist, she'll have all types of smoke for any type of negative black talk. But when it's not advantageous, on her radar, it's time to rise above it. In my opinion, she should not be able to open her mouth ever again about anything black or this whole conversation. And I don't want her saying he attacked my blackness or he made a racist. It don't matter because you ain't claiming blackness. Let's just be honest. Because if you were claiming blackness, if you were defining yourself as black, you would have made that clear right here on this stage. You had the opportunity. I know Rachel Dolezal, when Rachel Dolezal sat her ass up on CNN, she was very clear about where she stood. She was very clear. Look white as hell. Sitting up there saying, white, definitely white. No, not a speck of black in her, I don't believe. And still was, I'm a black woman. We can't get that out of her. We can't get this out of VP Kamala Harris. But we got all these people still putting out content defending her as a black woman. We got so many voters going, I'm voting for the black woman. I'm voting for the black, but don't even know her name. I don't know her name. I'm voting for the black lady. Yeah, it's a dirty low blow, I feel, that Kamala Harris has delivered on black community, on all her little black surrogates, on her black supporters who were so vocal over the last month defending her, just for her not to defend herself, not to stand up, not to clear it. She could have cleared it. She could have been a leader in that moment. And what she chose to do? Rise above it. I think it's a missed opportunity, but more than that, I think it's an insult to black support. Those people going forward online, stop talking about you defending Kamala Harris because she's black. Stop talking to us about how black she is. You need to climb up off that ladder. You need to stop dying on that hill because she just showed you she on another hill. She ain't on that hill with you. You look like a damn fool riding for that, for somebody who ain't riding for you in that way, on ethnicity, on blackness. Okay? All right. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about it.